So here we are at the University of Tasmania in Hobart, just wrapping up the think tank for Tiger Hill Farm. Paul Keane, sole founder, director, visionary of Tiger Hill Farm Inc. Paul, yeah, that was past life stuff, Paul. Paul, can you just give us a quick synopsis, mate, on where you think we were 4 days ago on discussing opportunities around Tiger Hill Farm, and where you think we've got to, and then we might just grab a little bit info from a few folk who are still here after this think tank.
What started out as one man struggling to do something by himself has now turned into a group of people collaborating their experience and input to a further goal, which is the Tiger Hill Permaculture educational community.
Beautiful. And I believe you've phased this. You're taking a phase-based approach.
A 10-year plan based into 3 phases.
Yeah.
Of priority of implementation, set goals over a period of time to long-term sustainability.
Beautiful, beautiful. And end objective?
End objective is to be a sustainable demonstration site and model for education and permaculture design.
Beautiful. I believe you've also had some radical, innovative thinkers involved in the project that are talking up the marriage of gratitude and permaculture. How does that work?
It works hand in hand because of gratitude and being thankful for all of the pathways that lead to an end point. And I think it is potentially a very good marriage because of the encompassing effect that permaculture has over a lot of ideals in life.
So what, permaculture is not just about gardening?
No, we haven't got that much time.
So as I understand it, you talked earlier about the philosophy of permaculture, and you're suggesting now that the marriage of gratitude and permaculture is one of great ease and one that makes sense, right? And there's now some educational interest around this, is that right?
There is. Always evolving the educational possibilities, permaculture design courses, workshops, youth workforce training systems potentially. It's only a start, nothing concrete, but the potential is there.
Beautiful. Good on you, mate. Hey, so who else is here in the room with you?
We have Michelle Bailey, and Dr Patrice Bronwyn.
So be really interesting, actually, just if we could get a bit of a snapshot from you both about the input that you've had here today. Dr. Braun?
Thank you. Having worked a lot in regional development and in community development, I see this as a really important project for not just Paul but for the entire community in this region. It provides an opportunity to not only demonstrate permaculture, which and the important need to move away from monoculture, but it also gives opportunities to help groups that may not otherwise get alternative ways of acquiring skills and acquiring appreciation for life that they may have lost through their wayward ways, I suppose.
Wow, sounds pretty exciting.
It's very exciting, and I think the frameworks that we can underpin them with are really solid. They are action-based, so what we do will always be based on action and be reviewed to make sure that we stay on course.
Fantastic.
And I'm very excited about the outcomes of this 4-day symposium, if you will. Thank you.
And what brought you here?
We have this queen of networking, and I think the connection that brought us all together, the person who actually had the vision of handpicking people that were here based on her knowledge of our visions and skills and abilities to contribute to making this project come alive. And I couldn't say no.
Fantastic. She sounds like a really interesting person. And Michelle?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here as an observer of a great initiative that I think is quite innovative, and I'm quite keen to see how that fits with opportunities for youth down here in Tasmania, to potentially look at the possibilities for youth in the territory, and I have a real passion for youth affairs. So yeah, I'm here to basically observe and to see how this model come together and potentially be a great opportunity to be modelled in other jurisdictions.
So what was the organisation? Was it NTYAN that you said?
Yeah, so I coordinate the Northern Territory Youth Affairs Network, and really keen to get as much information to the network about the possibilities that exist in other jurisdictions and some of the innovation that's happening in other areas.
And I believe you said earlier that you coordinate as a conscious consultant. Look, that sounds really exciting. I'd love to come back and interview you later about that one, Michelle. But I need to wrap it up. We've got a little bit of background noise here. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Good luck with the project.
Yep.
Okay, so Dr Kerry Howells, thank you very much for hosting our Tiger Hill Farm think tank here at the University of Tasmania. I'm really interested just to get a bit of a snapshot from you on what your experience has been like from coming out to the farm and bringing us to this point in time.
Yeah, well, coming out to the farm was just such a beautiful experience. It was great to get out of the four walls of the university and to really experience the vision and the passion and the intent of Paul and his great, as an educator, his great educational focus as well. To have this vision of a place of education that is non-traditional, that I think we all have to start thinking about in terms of education. So that alone was very, very inspiring. Plus the beauty of the place and the beauty of the people that were there was just magnificent. And for me and my specialisation in gratitude and education, I was really inspired because I had lots of ideas in my head about how it can apply to sustainability, and Therese and I are writing a book on that presently, but I hadn't really seen it in actuality in terms of its absolute application on this farm from beginning to end. I could feel the gratitude from the farm, but I just also felt that it's really crying for us to give back to the farm as well, and ways in which I think everybody who goes there will experience really differently. So I think there's many stories to be told, and I'm a storyteller, so I have so many ideas, and I just loved the company and the great creative sparks were coming from all around everybody.
Fantastic. And from where we've got to today as a result of workshopping through just these last stages of this part of our journey, what's your sense of possibility for what's next?
I think the possibilities are really endless. As I said when I was sharing before, on other projects that I've started out in, I've sensed that this isn't really going to be taking off that easily, but this I just feel has so much pure intent and goodness and possibilities in terms of an educational focus from all different angles of educational notions that I can really see as an educational facility. It can be there from beginning to end because the facilitators, including us, need to be educated before we are able to educate others. And also the kind of example that we're setting in terms of the curriculum and even the laying down of the documents all needs to be done in the spirit of gratitude. So I think that there's a lot of education of us, but where we've come to is quite amazing in terms of some very, very solid, good foundations that have got some deep thinking behind them. So I can see, even though I wasn't able to stay this time, I can really see the advantage of the deep thinking and the conversations that have been going on, because that's invited lots of people thinking openly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to sharing the next part of the journey with you.
I hope so. I hope I can. It was really wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.